we're gonna go throw poop in the fire, and then see what occurs. That guy tried to attack me right as I was throwing the poop in the fire. He must have known what I was up to. Oh my word, it's a pinkish green smoke. What's that smell? Someone threw poop in the fire. Ugh, it reeks. You're supposed to stomp on it. Everyone's running there. What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. I only farted. Ugh, did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? I'm gonna have to pickpocket him? Boss? Over there. Huh? What in the world? Ah! Run for your lives! Oh, so the smoke's what drew them here. I swear when I find out who did this. I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. He has it in his pocket. Hey, what's going on out there? You might want to stay in there. I'm still in here in case you forgot. Sit tight. We'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shush, they'll hear you. Too late. Shit. Who was that? Hey, are you gonna help me or what? Bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. Loudmouth little punk. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you, eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You're secret admirers of mine or something. No, we don't give a crap about you. We were there for other shit. Yeah, I'll just have fun with you. Just having fun with you. I do appreciate the help. The man they call Vulture. I've seen his face before. Is he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. Well, he's not masquerading as a gang leader. He serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits were so confident they can avoid capture. Trying to get back something the vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea where he hides his cash. Reckon he's headed there now, too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits at Tonatawai, they're called the Daybreakers. And it was me and my friends that found the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help even the odds. That was 3 years ago. Whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel. I see, by the old laws, anyone who loses a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. Damn sure they did every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. And about a year ago, the vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Q Kana and Li Wine, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I remember how he gloated that he'd win. When the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. If that wasn't enough, it set their bell at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's why you're ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town, and the vulture's minion caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner, and, well, you know the rest. Said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for Vulture, then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kamaka, he's as honest as they come, a stauncher keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. For my word against the deputy chiefs, what do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? I think we trust him, for now. For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Sheshwinizi Springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Sounds like a plan. The thing is, like, we need to humiliate the vulture and expose him. And then that way, he'll, we'll have to lock him up and stuff. 3 more points to go. 281 to the north? That must be a B rank, because I saw that in another part of the map. B ranks respawn really quickly, so. There's my ether current. East. Might be able to finish these up here. It's a horny lizard. Not really horny, he's just horned. He was horny, he's now just horned. It's probably all the way across the map. Yeah. I'll grab those last two later. Nope, it's not in there. Have you seen a weird kid with a gun? Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. The Wild Banana Blend. Crit bit spell. I don't need spell speed right now. Well, we do run a caster every once in a while. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose that it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. They're mixing with regular shipment of fuel to Tulial, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'd be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with that business. Give him the provenance of a piece. No, I wager he's not let that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Ustawa. I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. There's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure away from here. Over to Hustawa would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods. Using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Wihuwiti is carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find out once he's behind bars. Won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try. And that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'm challenging him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child in the wilds understands the importance of duels in the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace him by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds. But it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? Zekwa have his duels. We can trust the old laws as long as we get the bracelet back. Say, let Zekwa have his duel. Duel! It's time to duel. Thanks. I was lucky running into the two of you. You won't regret this, I promise. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tonatawai, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. But you managed to overpower me. And you need to tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, you won't be able to resist taking the bait. You want to buy your friend as much time as possible. Make your way to Ustawai. Once you got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. The Yihi Hakaya were likely that Chitona's doing. What's his aim? Oh. Then there's the brat. It's past time I dealt with him. What's this? Unfamiliar face in these parts. Do you need a... Have you needed a dust watch, sir? Yeah, kid tried to rob me, but, he tried to rob you. I see, so desperate was he to see his friends free from prison. He turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my seriously thanks, sir. May I trouble you to take me to him? I had to have him accompany me all the way. This is annoying. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, Shishinuizi Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. I think I can mount. While being accompanied. Because if you couldn't, and you have to go all the way to there, it would just be painful. Is this a place? I don't see him. Oops, silly me. This isn't the right place. I see. Very well. Lead on. Holy crap, Yoshi B. What kind of drugs were you on with this quest? There's gold in these fields, blue gold. Ahem. Best be wary of the beasts in this part. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum. But for you, I reckon they make an exception. It's okay, I have a fire axion. The spirits shove up their... well, down their gullet. I jump on them, so... oh, look. It's one of them beasties. Good thing you warned me about them. Not like I've been slaughtering them for a while here, but... is this the place, then? Sorry, I'm still learning my way around here. Is this some sort of joke? Of all the... let's keep moving. This better be the place. Left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different big rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. He isn't in the next place we stop. We'll be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Yeah, totally, dude. That's gotta be an A ring. Or, well, it's an A ring because I don't detect an S ring. So, plus if it's an S rank, there'd be like 5 billion people outside. Unless you'd rather I feed you one raw, needles and all. Cut the chit-chat. Alright, where is he? He must have gone into town. Don't see him anywhere. Where's Zakoa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Found it? He must have escaped. That's it. I've had it with these games. I've had it with you. Hey, Wiki Witty. You looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you're going to have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
The animals check.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry.
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Are you gonna arrest yourself? You would have had to arrest yourself.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Everyone's cheering for it. We want a duel.
Wuhute,
We want a
I
duel.
challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it. Let your pistols do the talking. Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
Ooh, low blow.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this. Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
The tumbleweeds. Oh gosh. They couldn't have set this up better. And a turtle covered in moss. Oh, look, there's the bracelet.
Shit.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you.
We gotta catch a train.
But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zekua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Just don't do it in town.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
The kid got his justice. And we got our bracelet. That ended up rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Phew, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll repay you. Now that we have the bracelet, let's return to Shishi Springs. Shishi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it. There's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Say, aren't you the ones who was stirring up a fuss in town? Not long ago? Sorry. I could use a couple of capable hands like yours if you'd be willing to lend it. The name's Tozui. I'm not from around here, truth be told. I live in Luwatanoi. I'm here visiting my grandson. I was excited to see him after so long, but then I spied him dealing with some unsavory-looking man, exchanging unusual large sums of money. I confronted him about what I saw, and he said little more than, "It's just a misunderstanding," and grumbled as he changes the subject. I realize this is his son, but could you see if there's anything to be done to help him? He's in trouble. I just know it. Oh, a weight's been lifted off my heart. Bless you, sir. His name is Sitikuai. Last I saw him, he was heading inside this here saloon. The Tonawata with the red cap. Hold down over his face to cover those bruises, most likely. You can't miss him. Maybe I need a healer. He's got bruises covered. May need some healing. I'm looking for a person with the red cap on. Excuse me, sir. Are you getting drunk? Hey, Mario. It's me, Luigi. A new feast in town, eh? Well, what can I do for you? I heard you were in trouble and wanted to help. Thinks I'm in trouble, does he? And there he goes, jumping to conclusions as usual. I thought it'd be less of a hassle if I didn't tell him. Truth is, I've been helping other folk in town with their money troubles. Matter of fact, the man you just saw leaving just a moment ago is one of my clients. Tell me more. I should probably explain from the beginning. My work involves loaning Gil to folks having trouble with coin for one reason or another. There's a reason I don't lend them Pell, but I'll go into that in a moment. You're a loan shark. My family lived here long before there was a town here. But then people moved in and they started expanding. Before long, Kimiko's family approached us about selling our land. It was around the time when trade overseas was gaining in popularity. I had a good authority that Gil was on its way to become common currency here in the wilds, so I decided to sell the land for Gil and use those funds to start my business. Sure enough, everything went as expected, and the business is starting to do well. It's not without its troubles. See, as money is involved, but I never lend to any unsavory types. Grandfather Root. Why not simply explain this to your grandfather? The whole point of me keeping quiet was so I wouldn't make him worry. Seems my silence only made things worse. He found himself in a real tight corner once. Gil's what's got him there. And now he wants nothing to do with the stuff. When I told him about my idea to sell the land, the moment Gil came out of my mouth, his whole mood turned sour. He said he'd put everything in my name, and whatever happened after that is on me. It's not exactly easy to bring up my work when it involves the one thing he seems to hate more than anything. Maybe it's time I change that. This job more than just puts food on the table. I'm able to help people, help this town. And how do I get him to see that? Just explain it to him. I've got it. You're going to come and watch me work. You're coming with me. Grandpa won't hear anything I have to say if it involves Gil, but he might come around to a first-hand account from you. So come and see what good my work does in Hawaii and how I help the people here. He did send you here to help me, didn't he? I promised to make it worth your while. Okay. Sounds like I got some time. Right then, before we get started, you should probably know who it is I'm working with. Chaosfire, Dawn's servant's boyfriend. Chaosfire, eh? Well, Chaosfire, our first job is to go and see a miner named Wakawazi. He had a pretty bad accident on the job a while back. I had no money for treatment and much of anything really, so I loaned him the gil he needed to keep on his feet. Now it's well past time he returns what he owes. He hasn't said a word. There's been time enough for him not to only return back to work, but also receive his wages. Several times, in fact. Usually comes here in town when he's not working. The shift ends soon. Meet me just outside town. If we're lucky, we'll catch him as he arrives. We're gonna shake someone down. Heck yeah! I could be an enforcer for the loan shark. You're here for the money. I was gonna pay honest. I got mixed up with the dates is all. Can we settle this later? I'm busy. I know you're lying, Wakawazi. If you're not, then you're not going anywhere until you can look me in the eye and tell me why you're late paying me back. It's obviously hiding something. But I'm not looking to start trouble. I don't suppose there's anything you can do to persuade him. Maybe a little flex to show him we're serious. Okay. Check out my big muscles. You like them? Egads, look at those arms. Those impossibly chiseled neck muscles. Fine, fine. Just put all of that away. The dude's hitting on me. It's all here and with interest. If you had the money, why go through all the trouble of avoiding me? When I was still on the mend, my lady friend took real good care of me, see. I wanted to buy her something fancy to thank her, and well... I understand, really I do. But if you really want to make her happy, you need to get your life together. I'm willing to give you a loan one last time, but we're going to have a long talk about how to manage your savings first. You're right. What good am I to her? I'm out on the street without a gill or even a pell to my name. I'll give it some thought, and we can talk later. It was a weird flex, but can't blame him for wanting to show his appreciation to a loved one. But it's no excuse to get carried away with his spending. So what do you think of my job? The money I loaned him paid for his treatment and supported him through his recovery. That has to count for something, right? Still not convinced. Well, there's always our next client. When you're ready, we can be on our way. Yeah. Well, I need to do gold quest, dude. You're purple no more. Definitely an A rank. Probably see hear a hunt train coming through here soon. Turn last. Mipia. Welcome, traveler. I wonder if you're out exploring, you might be able to do me a small favor. There's a cave network nearby where my daughter has gone to go after her prayers, but she forgot the all-important fish oil candle. I'd take it to her myself, but it weren't this terrible pain in my foot. Oh, it hurts something fierce, it does. think you could give her this candle for me? Yeah. Stop faking your pain, but I'll take care of it. Any tobacco to spare, friend? Sorry. All out, I'm afraid. What kind of tobacco he wanted? I mean, not like I have any, but... Alright, this bird brain is definitely a B rank. I know, these are 95 bird brains. Oh yeah, the other bird brain was blue. My question is, who from Jurassic Park is running things out here in the desert? Like, they definitely let a few animals go from Jurassic Park out here. Not only are they loose in the Azim Steep, but they're loose out here as well. Something I can help you with? Yeah, you forgot your candle. You came all the way to deliver this? I am grateful to you and to my ma for realizing I forgot to bring a candle. You see, these caverns are sacred ground. When we come here to pray to our ancestors, the more recently deceased, these flames provide a living way to commune with the dead. And thanks to you, I can light a candle of my own and say a little prayer. Like a little prayer? Since you're here, maybe you could stand before the flames and offer a few words to your departed loved ones. Doesn't matter where you're from, all spirits are welcome here, living and dead. Okay. Let's see, I gotta sit on my butt. Put my head down. Welcome back. I'm guessing you were able to find my daughter, no doubt in her usual spot. She never was one to do things the easy way, you know. As much of a stickler to traditions as she is, she actually works for the railroad company. So I gotta hand it to her. She manages to work towards a promising future without losing sight of her roots. I sure am proud of her. And don't tell her I said that, will you? Wouldn't want her getting a big head or nothing. Well, I'd say me and that daughter of mine have taken up enough of your time. And it was awful nice meeting you. Thanks a million for helping us out. Anytime. Seemed like a nice lady, Palmipa. You had quite. That was worth the time spent seeing the crops earlier. Maybe one more log wouldn't hurt. Dude, I don't think you need any more logs in that fire. Oh, look, there's someone on the Pteranodon Mill. Oh, I remember the Pteranodon Mountains. It's, my bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. This is part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wukalamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. She thinks of me more than just a friend. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. Oof. Low blow, Aaronville. There you are. The real daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kiwikana and Liwine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zekoa, and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see the bastard Wihuete put behind bars. We never gave up on hope that Zekoa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Fortunately, our group is smaller now, and lacking the strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll try night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need a duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days, I'm sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again. I hope we don't meet again, kid. I don't want to see your face around these parts. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though, do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Ah, train service has been suspended. Didn't I tell you? No, you slipped your mind. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. Earthquake. It must have happened when we were down south. There's been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. It's okay, I've already been up near your village. It's not that far. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you can speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. Alright, see you ladies later. There's a Faye. Seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
I really like all these guys' boots. I want those. Wonder if they die well.
You've gotta be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
We want to know if we can help you.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
No, we came to ask for more information.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work.
What if I could help you?
It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliyola at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as...
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Explosion. Can I investigate?
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
Yes, that's what he just said.
If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
I'll check out your stuff.
Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Oh,
Sorry for dragging you into this.
now we're employees of the railroad. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. Is one of you guys named Dinah?
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
This is everybody?
Thanks for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
This is all your employees.
Something the matter?
They're like the guys on the first. It's nothing. They all look like the ones from the first, except for the female Hrothgar was never there.
Dying to say something?
We all have our secrets. Best not to pry. Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber.
Okay.
We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
What if I just go out there and stop chopping trees?
Come on, no time to waste.
So the three, the blonde, the redhead, and the Hrothgar, and Shadowbringers and Twine, they also work on the railroad. They work on trolleys, though. So there's no small number that live in Shalolin. I must confess I've never visited the home of Hestro. As they're largely live in accordance with the old traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Oh look, it's 669 Akai weapon coffer. Aaronville is eager to be off to Palinamio Plain. Come, let's follow Wawalika. Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot. But you can see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself, though if you peek through the windows, you'll probably glance a glimpse of enough jabbering, Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do. So let's get to it. Well, we'll see you there. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way, after all. We got slivered. Bastards. Just right under 97. Oh yeah, I wanted to see. Can't do the next level. Ha! Unless these are all dark mahogany. No. So, oh, they could be dark mahogany weapons. Let's see. 663. Nope. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Miwaha to Solan should be the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Good, because I think there's a 552 east. At least this is not another split zone. So I would have gone crazy. Hey, look. Ron Rex. '79 north and east. It's a bouncing elephant. That didn't even help me. Still slivered even more. Ceratoraptor? I've seen those before. There we go. 97. A big pond here. Mitch has got spearfishing. Let's see. Ether currents. One more. Where is it? 282 to the east. On the other side of the pond. I knew it. Holy crap, this water is dark and murky. I wonder what kind of fish you catch in here. Let's see. Ooh, it's level 100. A warmouth? Dang, these guys are slow. Fishing guy. No, not fishing guy. Fishing log. Northern Lake Kaori. Oh, you missed one fish. Ah, what a pleasant breeze. I'm worried about you, buddy. I mean, I know it's a girl. It's a cat girl. She doesn't look very degen. She's got her legs closed. They'll come biting any second. I can feel it. I hope it's a big one. Just gathering notes over here. I think there are some gathering nodes over here. I thought it was botanist node. It's a giant turtle. We should hit it. See what it gives us. Probably nothing because I didn't see anything at the gemstone trader for him. Oh, there's some. Oh, I know. This is a lot of stuff I've actually been looking for. Yep, Ruthnanium org. Or. I swear there was a. Gathering node as well. Botanist node. Like the pineapples or something like that. Where's the tomatoes? is down south. It's way south. Oh, these are in Noctel. Oh no, it's these. Oh, that's right out south. Well, now I can gather all that stuff. Oh, the turtle wants to party. You don't want to party with me, turtle. I'm telling you right now. Told you. That's another... I don't know what that one is. It's level 100, so it's a rank of some sort. There's another turtle for parties. Oops, we squished the turtle. No other aetherites in this zone. Just 3. I don't know where the train goes to. Maybe it goes to a different zone or something, or... Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I never had direct dealings with the people of Mihiwa Watuson. But I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Those boys with fluffy degen tails? Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. Glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greeting, travelers, and welcome. I am Watao, chief of the Miwa. This is my son, Shepato. Thought it was a girl for a second there. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I am Lika, station master of DawnTrail MSQ. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is Chaos Fire in Aaronville. They volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. What, have you not seen someone so short? You've a most curious air about you. oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest scent of fresh fruits, but not any sort which I am familiar. I gather you're not from these lands. No. I'm a traveler of the star. Truly, I would love to know more about you and the land you have seen. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hesto, in particular, have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads. The Hesto teaches us all these things and more. It is for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see, the word Hesto. It means leader of souls in the Hestaro tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hesto among the Hestaro. Here, we look to the Oronic for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of etherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. Ugh. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. Because we're cats. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask you to indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come from such a long way, and my son is always so delightful to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. No ear wiggles. Dear. John's gonna have an issue when she gets to this point in the story. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ranic have made the potentially for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Yeah, we told about that. Stableman near Hostwani mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by cerulean, Shaloni has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are part of that. Strong and resilient as they may seem, Ranic are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. My father said we do not necessarily reject outside influences and innovations, but this we cannot help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hestero, but all the Shaloni. Perhaps we should bring this to the attention of Valcona. Valcona, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he's apparently, how should I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technology, advancement, and efficiency to the detriment of all else. He's changed his ways. Mind your tongue, Shepato. Changed his ways. We're pretty good friends with him. He just went on a path of learning. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. Journey has changed him for the better. He's a bit awkward, but he tends to get misunderstood. He's a passionate man who cares for his people like his sister. Is that so? That is certainly a side of him we weren't aware of. Caspar fought besides Valcona in the rite of succession. I'd take his word over rumors. You took part in the rite of succession? You're that close to the Dawn servants. I would be grateful for any help, but have no idea I had recruited a bona fide hero. Loch Lamont likes me. The succession of Dawn servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we may see Valcona for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I am hopeful that he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have fresh cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Roni foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. If it needs be, we'll seek Valcona's counsel. My thanks again for your time in the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. What a bunch of nice cats. With more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and ironic? I won't be long. I'm glad that all that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. This is the chess piece. I should be able to look at that one. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. Shouldn't take long if we split the work. Chess piece I should be able to see. 669. Odd. Right here. Material and comparison. Strength. Oh, wow, it's my dyad chest is even better than this one. Person scouting. Plus I got extra deck. Ugh. That chest is not going to be good for this character. Wonder if I can see the crafting aiming. I can't see it on the others. Boop. purple quest already here. I think the snakes already spawned. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? Or as much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid. But you'll be riding free of charge if it's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nitoiki will be driving. No engineer compares to her. It's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenza. And there's still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Yeah, there's a purple quest all the way back here. There's one purple quest. Where's the other purple quest? Huh. Look, there's a quest over here. It's either the cat girl sunning herself or the two fishermen. Kind of want to go see who's the quest giver there. Well met, traveler. Have you perhaps seen a Roni calf around here? Spotted a youngster south of Lake Torai. It seems they gotten separated from their kin. All the hungry fiends that roam the area, the poor beast doesn't stand much of a chance without someone to protect it. The thing is, I'm just not cut out to defend it from the would-be predators. You, on the other hand, seem more capable of handling yourself. Would you be willing to seek out the calf and escort her back to in my stead? They ought to be somewhere in the south of the lake. Okay. You can gather down there. Oh no, gathering nodes are like right up here. Kai bark. These are... I think this is level 100 full party, 8 players recommended. Yeah, these are the A-man. I bet you I could sell that. If I could get it. Oh, I didn't get it. So we can get another one from this tree. Shoot the mountain. There we go. Oh wait, we're doing this on healers, aren't we? Excuse me, sir. You don't want to play with me. I will call down Glare 4 on your head. My healer's almost caught up to 97 too. I think my tank got up to 98. Yeah, my Dark Knight went up to 98 today. Because everything was tank in need. So frustrating. I've never seen so many tank in needs. Except for... the mentors. Mentors was... Is he just gonna follow me, or do I have to beckon him? Oh, he's just gonna follow me, okay. I was afraid I was gonna have to use beckon. You sense an hostile presence. Excuse me, gentlemen. That is not acceptable. This is unacceptable behavior. We're gonna have to ask you to stop. Looks like it can mount up. Come on, little buddy. You need to be a little faster. I don't think this guy was expecting a Glare 4. Oh, Suna. Start that one? I might be able to get over to there in time. Get points off. But I need 4 more fates in this zone in order to get a mount speed. Ah, there you are. Return the calf at a release to see the Historo unharmed. Be surprised how often running calves go astray. In most cases, they fall prey to some fiend, but such is the way of nature. Though you manage to go through this raised calf, the surprise is not to kill a calf a single one, yet and make a point to try to rescue any stragglers that happen about. But I say that there's much part of nature as fate Roni could. Thank you, traveler, for bringing this one back safe and sound. I shall do my utmost to care for it. I just saw Fate Farmers going south. Oh yeah, that one's going though. That one definitely not going to make it in time. But this one should possibly still be able to get to in time. Yep, there's the Fate Farmers. Still need 4 more. Well, if I get to this one in time, it will be... Ooh, agitated alligators. Who made them? Who made the gators angry? Alright, so that's 3 fates left. Where's the purple one at? Let's see the purple quest. So there's Probably headed to the next one right there. Might be able to make it in time. Oh, it's already at 22. Not a good sign. Especially since there's a bunch of rocks in front of me. Probably not going to be able to get that fake. 30%. I might be able to. 40. 50. 4. 9. If I can get to it like 40% left or so, I should be able to get a good amount out of it. Hey, that leaves me with 2 more for this zone. Although I don't see any fates up, so go back to Aaronville. I don't even see any purple quests. Which is odd because I think I'm one short. Well, 2 currents, one which is main quest, one which is, and the other should be a side quest. Don't want a piece of me. Told you. Told you. There's one up there. If I go to this one down here, that's not towards this one down here. Because the one that up there looks like it's already started. Which means the odds of me getting to it because I don't have mount speed here. Well, yeah, I'm close to this one though. I need 2 more fates. And 3.5 million EXP. Fates are good ways to get me. Oh, look. Tyrannosaurs. These guys are the fate. Holy crap, there's a whole bunch of them that just showed up. The other person's a white mage too, it looks like. Oh, good. Okay, someone to help. Not the best healer food, but it'll work. You can hear him like chomping, that's so cool. Boom, now we'll get a bonus on the next fate I do. Should be the 6 for this zone that I need, so. Boom. Oh. Let me teleport. My chat's like full of can't teleport, can't teleport. Unable to teleport, unable to teleport. But this is like a good spot to get the last one anyway. Because the gemstone traders down here. This guy stopped moving. It's like I want to attack, but I don't. Boom. Now I can go to the gemstone trader. And I can get mount speed. Be able to see those right side if I want. Wait, snakes on a train line. I only need 1.2 on my White Mage. That'll be 97. My Dork Knight might be the first one to 100. Had you filled the sites? Well, they appear to be almost finished. I'm proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. There goes the train.
Machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
And mine.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that
Maybe
the
if you
truth?
had like
Don't think I'll let
coal
it tell
powered or
watching
something
them
else.
chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Definitely reminds me of the trio in Twine.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Thrall. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
What's up with the Runnick?
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Everything got dark. This looks different. This is a trial? Or what is it?
Gods have mercy.
A big purple sphere over there.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train, Nitowikwe and the others.
Oh, hopefully they're safe.
My home lies that way as well.
Well, I got a mount. I can jump on it. I'll go find out.
We're going to investigate right now.
We're going with you. Wait for us. Uh-oh. That looks highly elegant. It's definitely from Solution 9. Oh dear brother, what are you up to?
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliolal?
Get back right away. We need to get back right away. No, they're actually motorcycles. They kind of like the wheels fold out, because when I get to Solution 9 and be able to buy it, I'm getting myself one of them. But it like folds out when it flies, and so the wheels kind of go to the side, like a hovercraft type thing,
Heavens forfend.
or a drone or something like that. I've seen them around.
Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning.
Yeah, your brother sent them.
The people need our help.
Well, it's from Solution 9, which is an advanced city. It's a city of gold, technically. So basically, this is what Brother was up to.
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
They're invaders. Hey, stop shooting people! It's an old lady. Leave her alone.
Someone help me, please!
Really? Yeah, my words exactly. Oops, you got cut down low. Crowd, paint a picture. That's a female. What are they doing with the gun? They're taking their ether.
What did it just do?
It took their ether. Is that Golol Jaja? Or Baku?
Thank you.
Not Golol Jaja, Bakul Jaja.
Thanks. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace.
Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
They're taking ether in.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
Why would, like he got cut off from Dawn Servant, so he's just ticked off and he's just sending everyone to destroy the place. It's our mystery female. We seem to have a connection to her. Somehow. Oh, the team is back together. Oh no, all the guards are down. Hey, it's Ketchum. Ooh, Sir Old Jaw has got an upgrade.
That you should still live.
Zorolcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
Forsook his everything become more powerful.
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple.
the dissolution of Tuliolol and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No, my ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve? This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
He just blew up the throne.
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
No, you won't. You're gonna die.
I should be the one to do this.
Neither of you are strong enough.
No, his sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been father's equal in combat.
Yeah, but he's got new toys.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Still not quite the match yet. It's going to use trickery to win.
Farewell, Zoralja, my son. And forgive me.
Whoa. Cut him down. I don't think he's dead, though. Something about the new armor is gonna... Oh no. What's up with his ether? That's the sound of a res. He just got rezzed.
What? Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
What? Oh. The new armor's up to something. Dude, that's your dad. It's become so twisted and power hungry that you're willing to destroy everything. You're willing to destroy everything and everyone in order to gain power.
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
There's nothing you can do for him. It's too late.
You are no match for me.
Murderer, on my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then will you be his worthy successor?
Trolcha, wait!
You need to learn more about.
Ships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
We need to learn more about Solution 9 before we can take him on. About the armor and the warriors he brought with him. Because the sound it made after he was cut down was the sound of a res. That's, I mean... So it has the ability to res him and stuff. No, Papa can't die. He can't. No time for tears. How could this happen? Simple, your brother went off the crazy deep end. The wound is... There's no way to heal it. It doesn't matter how much magic you're going to use, Alfie.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Even he knew it.
Father, please. You can't give up.
He's not giving up.
Are you there, oh friend?
Catch him.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want,
It would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokui. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Uh-huh. He's gone. Keterum is going to tell him about Solution 9 and what they know of it. Right. So, Balwuklamak, Balquana, bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn. The Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, so we continue to do all that we can. I thank you for the report. Please inform the Guard they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. The people, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alphanodan Alaze, could you take Bayside Bevy and Kryl and Aaronville, the palace perimeter? Answer Chaos Fire, please come to the resplendent quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. Do I look like a healer to you? I got a spear on my back. It's gonna look terrible when we go outside. I always hate it when they do these in this story. Yep, there's the Solution 9 ships. It's all hazy and cloudy. The city doesn't look too bad. Angered soldier. My thanks. I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Why would where were Val Luklamot and Val Koana? Like, they're not to blame, I understand that. I do, but I need to clear my head. Nope. Not for Shalom yet. Weeping Citizen. Thank you, sir. My husband and son, they were... See, like, I'd expect to see, like, some sort of damage down there or something, but... This is... devastating. Like, Zerolcha just gone crazy. That's all I can say. Like, he has his lust for power has been, like, got pushed to a new level when he went to Solution 9, somehow. Oh, nobody back here. There's somebody still in this area. Maybe they're over here. So we had the lady right here. Not a brick. It's not in the orange zone, so it's not over here. Must be this person right here. Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers. They looked like people, but they killed, and killed with no hesitation. They attack us again. How can we hope to defend ourselves? Well, it would not bode well. Technologically, you're not at their level. Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader said he looked like Zerolcha. That can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Thank you. pain is better now. Can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Ghoul Jaja. We were safe, but now... Now Zerul Jaw just wants to freaking cause war. Like, he was always warmongering. Like, the path to peace is not through war, you idiot. But apparently he doesn't understand that. You finished aiding the people here? Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. Now's not the time. Now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Talon March, and afterwards go and find Alizé at Bayside Bevy? She can't come to grips with it. Talon March. Bayside Bevy. Oh, Talon March. Whee! Oh, not a very good helicopter. Surprised that he allowed for these to stay up. There's no evidence of significant damage from the battle. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. Funny thing is, so depending on where you're at in the story, will depend on like how you see Tulial now. Because most people that finish it probably will show it looks like at the end, but or if they're at the beginning, it should look like at the beginning up before this point. So fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. These people are just sitting there crafting. We just had destruction. Mass destruction, people. Why are you just sitting there crafting? Because they don't know. They don't know which part of the story I am in. More than likely, when I was sitting there crafting, someone else was at this point too. The port remained unscathed, but the enemy's ships continue to no more ahead. Mama. That's sad. Exactly why did you put that in there? What happened? I've helped all those I could find and seen them delivered to the Landsguard care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. If Zerul Jaw actually meant to harm the people. I mean to look around, the buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show how he could strike whenever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamati? She's not holding up. Even after what happened to her father, she's trying hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head toward the shore. Perhaps she's gone to Gornitrik Gleam Sands. All this wreckage. Anything on the roof? Oh. What the heck? You destroyed the... Oh my word, people.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. Drink.
Who is it?
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it.
Lamachi.
They're elven. So, same thing. Similar thing.
Lamachi!
How? How could I?
There's no way to know your brother would have gone to this length.
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and him both. I will tend to this soul.
How's it going, turtle? Good thing you weren't on earlier. I was beating up some turtles.
My people. I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
It's okay, the turtles attacked me first. It was self-defense. Yeah, I did set the poop on fire. That's the first thing I did on stream. Set the poop on fire.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise.
No, you can still make that you can still keep that promise. Your brother's the one that is...
What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
Your brother's the one to follow here. We'll handle this together. You won't save your people by brooding. I'm going with the top one. Now it's poop in a sack.
You'll stick with me.
Till the end.
Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do rather than what I can't.
Exactly.
We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did.
People used to put sacks of poop on doorsteps, light them on fire, and then ring the doorbell and run away. It's just a different... That was just a different version, and I just threw it in the big fire, and everyone started blaming each other for the stench.
My father is different. There'll be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal.
Therefore, we must defeat him at all
He
costs.
has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight.
I'm betting that Zorulja is the final boss.
I must
Or something along that line.
Zorulja and kill him.
Still have 2 trials and 2 dungeons left. 2 or 3 dungeons left. Let's see. Windwalker was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Well, 1 out of every odd number. So far I've got 95. So 97, 99, and the 100 dungeons. So 3 dungeons and 2 trials left. Yeah. When's the next trial? Mother Crystal was 89. Oh, we're a ways away. Well, if they follow suit, I don't know if Shadowbringers did the same way too. Let's see. Dancing Plague. Yeah, so they'll go the same way. On the 9 and the 0. So we got 3 dungeons and 2 trials left. I'm fine. I just need a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me, for urging me on, desperate, despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, I struggle to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, the floating ships, the new powers Zorulja commands. Given everything he's done, and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray. But I will make my strength, and I will make it my strength, and the strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kelowna. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alize I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Got it, kitty. I mean, the funny thing is, the Roll Quest people are just standing there. They didn't flinch at all. I bet you the same for the crafting and gathering ones. Watch is probably in good shape. Why, what did we do to deserve this? Is that a soldier? It is. Alize, what are you doing? Oh, you're back. By that, I take it to mean Lameti is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the people of Tyrol. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight together. Of course. That said, I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. It's clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magitech weapon I've ever seen. As far as wide as you've traveled, though. Perhaps you've encountered something similar before. Wait a minute. That was on that world. The second part of the Dead Ends. Those guys look like them. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues to Zeroljaw's new power. Holy crap, these guys look like the ones from... Yeah. Examine the fallen soldier. This is similar to the Dead Ends group. From a distance, it appears to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. Except for the world that they were from, they killed each other. They killed everyone. In fact, after you defeat the second boss in Dead Ends, there's a guy who's down there, pushes a button, and he says, I've done it. I've done it. I've finally destroyed everyone. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. In place where the eyes or mouth should be, you see a strange sigil on the front of its helm. That's what they reminded me of. So what do you think? It's like a person's, but it's clearly mechanical. We've seen similar. Dude, we have. Indeed, while it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any signs of a power source? Couldn't find one. So it probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. I would seem to rule out it is out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now. Far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the materials it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere before? Having the Sky Deep Sea notes. Palace is made of stone too. That's right. The glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. And while the soldiers are a different color, the warships are the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observation with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. They look like the group from Dead Ends. I don't know why we, like, I could have been like, yeah, I've seen something similar, but that was from another world. That was a vision that we Ensinger showed us. Of the end of days. End of days? It was the Dead Ends. Yeah. Because the first one was the fish guides. The second place was the civilization that destroyed itself. Like, they went to war with each other over, I forgot what it was, and then and destroyed itself. And the third place was the civilization that became so desperate that they just gave up their whole life force to their gods. Looks like everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take
I cut her off. Whoops.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Who is it? Is it Graha? Yustola? Thancred? Uriange? Or people from...
Greetings, everyone.
Sounds like Graha. Oh, bother. It is. I was hoping to go through a story without him. Oh, but we got Yustola, so we're good. we can accept Yustola. Graha, I wish they did him so differently.
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
Right they are.
All is well in the annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors. Thanks to Wuglamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting.
Hey, what about me?
What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Galul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
Even further.
You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
What? You stole figured it out.
Take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Galul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
It's another reflection? Oh, echo. Video time. Well, look, the other head's awake. It was 20 years ago. That's Galuf.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
But it does of a city of gold. Are you gonna touch it, Galuf?
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Alagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
There's the gate.
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
Lava fell with the child. What's another one? Cryo? I don't know how cold cryo is.
Baby? Now hold on. Why would you?
There's the key.
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Child and a key. So they never went in. So they don't know what's on the other side of the portal.
It never opened again. Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important, so Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Cryo.
Then the child was... The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
Really, Cryo?
The forces that assailed Tuliyola. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit, you believe that it was...
Zeralja.
A glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zoral just somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Who's that? Oh, that's Aaron.
We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
We don't know. We have to go there and find out. We're going to find out. This looks like a job for the Scions of the 7th Dawn. No, we disbanded. We're not using that line at all.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
We disbanded, buddy. No.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm going with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zorolja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliolal. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Please say you're sticking outside the Alpha Node.
I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well.
Thank you.
Enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I didn't want to take Alpha Node. Growl's coming with us. She's from there.
To go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world.
We can take Graha. I don't mind him that much.
I'd be lying.
Not a big fan of him, but
I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
Aaronville will stay without.
In that case, please let me come.
Oh, he wants to come too. That's interesting.
I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
Jeez, what a surprise.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments. It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with it.
As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to BRB as well. Tyrrell, in the world.
To have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing we need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
Dummy wants to take war to the whole world. So, it ain't just Tyrrell that's in trouble. Just Tyrrell that's immediately in trouble. Let's do this. I know what I have to do now. Hopefully this doesn't cut into cutscene. I know we're in a hurry to set off. Before we do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. We need to understand what happened, and we intend to fix it. So I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step for the city's recovery. Care to join us, Chaosfire? Sure. While you handle that, Aaronville and I will see to the provisions for the expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Landsguard announce the address. People must first know that there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see the resplendent quarter in Bayside Bevy, Alizé and I will split the rest of the city between us. Okay, fine. Alright. Which is that a great spot to take a BRB. We have now got our teams. Where is Urianger and freaking Tankard? Did they take a vacation? Are they on vacation now? Oh, we led Kalana through his thing and he's back there, so we're going on vacation now. We're done. It's probably what the two of them are doing, so